Hello, and welcome back. Find ourselves back in Drangleic, at Aldia's Keep to the east. And we have not spoken with Lucatiel just yet. Let me catch up on that while we have a chance.
Who are you? Oh. No. Forgive me. I know you. Yes, of course. How goes your journey?
It's kind of you to remember me.
Not what you seek in this
I know it's difficult.
But I pray for your safety. Please take
thank you.
these.
Aha. So we have her full set now. That is very, very kind. And I seem to have gotten an achievement that I never got in the past for that. That's fantastic.
Keeping me sane. My name
Oh, it's
is
my
Lucatiel.
pleasure,
I beg
Lucatiel.
you remember
Thank you for all of your help.
me. My name is I beg of for I'm
Okay. Yes, I will definitely remember your name. Fear not. So we have her full set, and I imagine she may be able to help us in one more boss combat, perhaps. But regrettably, it does appear as though she is getting hollower and hollower as time goes on. Alright, so we are before Aldia's Keep now. Let us take a peek inside. A couple of delicious items to pick up. Alright, I am human, and okay. Aslatiel of Mira. Darn, is that her? That may be her brother, she mentioned. Who had come before her. She was looking for him. It looks as though he may have gone hollow in the keep. I am sorry, sir. Oh, that's too bad. I wonder if she has anything to say after such an event. Or maybe that is why she is so, downtrodden here, is she has also found him.
I beg of you, for I may. My name is
Okay,
I beg
she's
for
not
I may
aware of
be
it.
safe.
Worth a shot. So we are jumping back into Dark Souls 2 here briefly. We were trying to play a bit more of The Witcher there, but I'm just not finding myself in the right track. I've been playing so much Dark Souls lately that my fingers are going to the wrong buttons there for The Witcher. And so I figured it would be better just to press on here while I'm in the right frame of mind for this. And then once we're done, we can continue on with other swordsman-y adventures. So I apologize for the change of plans. Should know better than to check any of these summon signs. Or message signs. I don't know if there's someone trapped in there or not. Ooh. Well, okay. There's something padlocked into each and every one of these, it seems. as though they may have been transporting monsters either to or from this keep. Well, there is an item there. It seems a little obvious. Okay. It's just like a trip to the Natural History Museum. Come back here, you. Ah, great. That wasn't very effective. Why does this look like, such a terrible idea? I wonder. Oh, wow, there's actually someone trapped in the mirror. Okay. Oh, come on. Thought I may have been waited long enough. Good morrow, and welcome. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is terrible news, and I apologize. And certainly understandable. Absolutely, that is an incredibly bold choice to have to make. I'm so glad you're here. Very sorry to hear the news. And I hope you're hanging in there all right. And I just need to wait a second more, apparently. Even that was not a second enough. There we go. Get a quick sip in if possible. Oh, too late. There we go. All right. Our dear cell shield. Welcome back. Okay. Worth a shot. Interesting wreath design. I wonder what that implies. That is a huge basilisk. Oh goodness. Can I even get anywhere close to it without being immediately turned to stone? Is my question. Perhaps even all the way around it. Sure. You coming, buddy? No, no, this way. There you go. And once you're in... Aha! Oh, wow. There is a mimic suspended above my head. Those are words I never hoped to say. Ah. An actual useful message. Okay. You just hang tight. We'll come back and get you out of there. No worries. Who's hitting things? What are you doing up there? Well, this doesn't look like a good idea. Is it gonna break? Eventually? Let's take a peek in here. Ooh. The laboratory of Dr. Henry Jekyll. If I'm not mistaken. Sorry about your potions. Ah, a lovely bonfire. I will take it. Absolutely glad you're here and no obligation whatsoever to chat. Glad you're lurking, and I hope you're surviving the night at the very, very least. Ooh, I did not rest at this, as evidenced by my sword's current status. I'm sorry, Cell Shield. I'm gonna have to get you out of here. Lest I lose my sword. Okay. Rest at bonfire, and I'll be right back with you. One moment. Okay, I am back. So sorry. Let's take a peek down here now that our equipment has been repaired. I'm not sure if even the mist in here is damaging it slightly, or if I would have to go into the goo. I'm hoping it's the latter. Does seem like lighting a fire in this enclosed, gassy area may not be the best decision I could make. But I've made worse decisions before. Alright, so we do have a bonfire. It takes a tiny amount of the pressure of this hallway off. Going to be checking these. Sort of like shoveling snow. Just scoop, scoop, scoop the enemies away. Nice of you to be in this little death alcove for me. I appreciate that. So it makes me curious as to what this would do exactly. Right now it's dark in this hallway. I'm kind of imagining that might turn on a light of some sort, but I don't know if that would aggravate all of the caged creatures. Much like the way that the light in No Man's Wharf aggravated all the archers. So let me wait on that for just a second. Okay. We have a chained metal door that looks quite sturdy. And even if I had a key or something, it would probably be locked regardless. I don't know why they keep warning me away from torches like that. If I get behind you, are you going to break out of your cage and kill me? It's an honest question. I hope that we can be frank with one another. But if we can't both be frank, well, then I'll be Gerald. Yikes. What are you doing? Can I see some paperwork on this? This seems ill-advised. It must be like draining giant corpses of their goo? Yikes. I'm sorry, giant corpses. Sorry about your goo. Hello. Okay. Don't let your friends out. Okay. Now we're in trouble. He's gonna let everybody out. There we go. Wedge him in the doorway. Nice and easy now. Just a slow doorway wedging on down to death. A wedgie 2.0, if you will. Cheap? You betcha. Effective? Well, sure. He's trying to break somebody out of that cage now? Or is it just still you trying to break out? I thought he went back to that cart and was punching it for a second. But that does not appear to be the case. Alright, come on. Come on back for your wedgie. It's time. Eek. I got stuck. There we go. Sorry, my friends. Lovely, ancient creatures that I'm just terrorizing. They were having a fine time until I came along. Absolutely, very, very glad you are here among us. So sorry for my scant glances over at the chat. As I get pummeled with ogre fists there. Goodness. Please stop giggling. You're freaking me out, man. It's like a haunted mansion ride at Disneyland. Everything's jiggling around and moaning. It's weird. Maybe I wasn't at Disneyland. Maybe I ended up in the bad part of town. Another one? Well, that's fair. Come on through. Okay. Now he's opened that up. That's probably good. Just slip back in here. There. Okay. So what did he break open over here? I guess it's the same room with the giants, he just made it wider. That's fair. Okay, so we got a fog wall out there. A likely boss. And wow. Lovely. Some sort of suspended, gigantic cage out here. Interesting. Let's try slipping in this way. No, never mind. I thought there was a way to get back there, but maybe it's that I need one of the ogres to break a wall down to get me back there. So I think there's 2 doors and both are locked. Let's double check. Yeah, huh. So I must need him to swing more wildly along that side. Now that there are many, many less ogres here, I am tempted to try this lockstone. Light ahead. Let's give it a shot. is fancy. Huh, there's one of those big poison mushroom beetles, too. Now that I can see a bit better. He's got like one of everything here. And combined with those carts, it makes me wonder if the instances of all these terrible creatures we've seen scattered around Drangleic all came from this keep. Shipped out. So there's a lot of strangeness about this area. Locked doors and many walls to break down. I'm wondering if we should try to focus on that, or run back and get our cell shield friend and try to dart through the wall. I have no memory about what that boss would be. It is a very precarious way to store them, in my opinion. Especially with them all banging around up there. It's the dictionary definition of a sword of Damocles here. Let me take a quick peek up here. That's a lot of blood. I wonder why. At the very least, the beasts could all be wearing name tags. Come on. So I completely forget where that summon actually was here. And it may be that I need to... refresh the area entirely, like maybe I already claimed it and cannot get it back. But it was down here, wasn't it? Let's check around this corner. I think I'm finally remembering. Oh good, those guys are back too. Great sword. Okay, let's try this. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. I didn't see him at all. Somehow. Yeah, you can take care of that. That's fine. So there is a sort of middle platform there. Let me get a better look at it from over here. Is there a way around to the other side of the ogre? There we go. So I'm not sure why you would use a fragrant branch there, other than to actually fight him. If you desired such a thing. Still. Okay, we have friends. Let's jump back in here. I'm just catching up on Gareth and Tallulah, the ogres. This is a fantastic naming system. Yes. I am on board. I don't suppose you know how to open this chain door, Cell Shield. You want to just wedge your shields in there and see what you can do? Try a little lever action? No? Well, okay. While we have a clear hallway, let's take a shot at the boss. Likely instant death, I'm sure. But if we die, it will respawn all the ogres in the hallway, and we can get them to try to hit other walls. It'll all work out in the end. It's a giant dragon. Okay. A dragon with much fire and ways in which to use it. Also, for some reason, my sword is very, very badly damaged again. Not sure what I keep hitting it on exactly. I may need to use some repair powder even. Ah, yikes. That is a lot of fire. Alright, sure. Try a couple of tail shots, just in case the old, original Dark Souls always go for the dragon tail still applies. A little bit of wingtip. Getting very, very close. It'd be a shame to die now. And yet... Eee. Come on, my friend. very close. Thank you. And good to see you again, my shieldy friend. Alright, there goes Warm Boy Frank. Done and dusted. This is such an interesting area. It appears we are venturing off a cliff into some sort of crater out here. Or perhaps we are rising above it to the top of this rock formation. There is definitely more to find back in the keep there, but let's see if we can grab the next bonfire while we're after it. Going up. It really needs some elevator music for this one. It's just a touch too long. Alright. There we go. I was getting worried there. So we are high above the keep now. Oh, goodness me. What appears to be some realm of dragons. Oh, fantastic. Hello, Herald. Good to see you.
Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free. Bearer of the curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this.
That is very interesting that she said it was a manifestation of her that led me here.
The dragon welcomes you.
So is this now the first time we are actually meeting? And every time before now has been some sort of illusion? That is very, very interesting. I wonder if she has some sort of dragon blood or relation to dragons. If she is based here. Okay. Lovely. Bonfire grabbed. Rest to repair my sword as well. Thank goodness. There we go. So there's a couple of different paths at varying places. I guess we're gonna have to use a fragrant branch first. There you go. Just wanted to wait until you were ready. We have good old explodey friends. Been a while. Finally got one. Just to make sure there's nothing out here. Well, those appear to be dragon eggs, perhaps? I don't want to disturb those. Looks like I would have to in order to proceed, so I'll come back to that. Come back to the dragon eggs. You're gonna land here, aren't you? Make my day bad. Oh. Maybe he already was, and I just didn't see him past the rocks. Interesting. Oh, there's so many lizards. I don't know if I can swing at the lizards without waking the dragon. Seems okay. Can I grab items without waking the dragon? Seems okay. I should probably not touch the eggs, though. That's where it's gonna get dragony. Oh no! It wasn't me! It was them! It was the explodey guys! I didn't touch your eggs! I swear! That is quite the trap. Have exploding gentlemen shatter dragon eggs and anger him for you? Not today. Not today, mummies of explosive power, as I have titled you. Alright, carefully skirt on by here. No big deal, Mr. Dragon. Madam Dragon, sir. Young man. Oh, goodness. A whole box full of them. Like a clown car. They just came pouring out. Okay. Well, that was fun. Next time, honk your nose. Give me a little warning. Jeez. I said honk it! Oh no, that was very bad. Yikes. I was distracted by the chat. You didn't touch my eggs? It sounds like just the kind of thing someone who touched my eggs would say. Alright. Ever more explosives. There you go. Good for you. Okay, we have another sleeping dragon. And I haven't touched any eggs, I promise. Pinky swear. May not have been the right thing to do. Oh, yeah, looking at the face now, I'm hoping it was. I saw the hands for a second there, and I was like, oh, that looked pretty human. Okay. But I'm hoping that was alright to do. Interesting. So I can get behind the dragon to that item from over here, if that's what they are trying to point out. Give me one moment here. I really hope I'm safe. I'll be right back. Alright, my apologies. Freshly caffeinated now. So yeah, I have no good feelings about this whatsoever. But let's drop down here. Oh good. I'll just keep avoiding eggs, and that seems to be serving us well. But now it wants me to drop down onto that one? Ah. Tricky. So it's either like you can probably jump next to him and maybe not wake him up, but you'll take full damage, or you can drop down onto him, doing a dropping stab move, and you will then take no damage, but will start a battle against the dragon. And I'm imagining it's just about far enough, no matter how you slice it, to kill you. There we go, now we're getting somewhere. Secret ahead. Really now? Do you promise? I never can tell which direction these are facing, necessarily. I always assume that it's like, widest to shortest, so it would be facing this way, but I think it's actually the other way. I think it's widest at the bottom, but I'm not sure why I even think that. I'm assuming there's no secret up on that ledge. Let's continue. Sweet, sweet spikles. Watch the eggs now. Let's not be jerks about the eggs. Alright, so far so good. Narrowly avoiding every misstep. Just narrowly. So I think there is one more path out of there, but let's try this one first. Aha! Leads to the other side of this arena. Lovely. So that really is kind of only important, that back passageway there is only important if you want to stab the dragon, I'm assuming, from above. Have to keep it in mind if it ever comes down to that. An interesting ledge of likely certain death. / having to use a homeward bone. Let's not worry about that just yet. Let's see what's out this way. Be plenty of time to grab items later. Okay. Who else is hiding up here, waiting to explode? Nibbles? Is that you? Here, nibbles, nibbles, nibbles. Here, nibbles, nibbles, nibbles. This looks like a very, very long bridge of danger and plucking. So much plucking danger on this bridge. Ooh. Okay, they didn't smell my sweet meats. And bonfire. Excellent. My face. My face and pride. Oh, he's just little this time. Just a little tiny scholar. Pat, pat.
How you grapple with a fool with this dreadfully twisted world.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Peace grants men the illusion of love. Shackled by fools whose they yearn for love, unaware of its ground illusion. Until the curse touches the flesh, we are bound by this yoke, and as truth is after turns within men. All men trust fully the illusion of life. But is this so long? A construction facade, and yet a world full of wounds, scandals.
Isn't it?
No, language is shattered the yoke, spoiled this wonderful fortune.
It's so interesting. He's asking me, are you going to reveal the truth to everyone and spill forth the dark soul of humanity into this world? Or are you going to let people enjoy, having orange juice and painting? What a question. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy it.
I sought to shed the yoke of fate, but failed.
Is it because you don't have any body from the shoulders down? Is that why you failed?
Seek the throne. Seek light, dark, and what lies beyond.
Can you give me a hint about what lies beyond? Is that... Before you go, could you just give me a... Okay. Now we finally have our bonfire. Can't help but feel like a child having his hand slapped away from the cookie jar every time that happens. Have to wait for the sting of it to dissipate. My poor crimson cheeks. Now what's up the stairs? Oh, that's very generous of you. To bow. Welcome. He's not so much a fan of the bowing, though. So these kind of look like the true form of the old Iron Knights we've seen starting in Hade's Tower of Flame. Seems to be sort of what they should be, were they not all rusty. Come on. Let your shield down for a second, so that I may poke at you. There we go. And you're just cool with it? Okay. I'm just gonna assume you're cool with it. There's a lot of blood out here. Doesn't necessarily seem to be chest related. This blood is not chest related. Oh, where did it come from then? Do you have thigh hearts? What's going on? Hello? I show you the proper respect. Who knows what that could do? I'm tempted. Hello, friend? Strange that they're all bowing at me. And yet these big guys are having none of it. Yikes, that hurt me significantly. Once again, as soon as you put me against a mace guy, no use whatsoever. Sword and shield, oh yeah, I'll dance around like a ballerina, performing every move perfectly. Mace guy, spearman, I can't even find my own legs. Oh, I've violated their personal space, and now they're angry. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I could hide behind you there, and you would protect me from him. I see now that I was wrong. I see now how wrong I was. Okay, we're just gonna violate everyone's personal space then. Don't break it, don't break it. I want those items later. Okay. This is, it's becoming a bit of a problem now. That's fair. No, I think that's fair. Ahem. So, there will come a point where the dragon guardsmen, whatever I'm supposed to call them, turn on me. If I go past certain archways, likely I should clear them out ahead of time. Good to know. It does look like I may get the chance every time, at least. So they start non-aggressive. However, I would like to actually fight one of them to start cluing myself into their moveset. So did not expect him to have sorceries. That's pretty impressive. Good for you. So I can definitely come back and fight either of those guys. to get a look at it if need be. Let's see if I can actually take him out, if I can go through that door without raising their ire. Darn. Never mind. Alright. Well, there go my souls, so we have nothing to retrieve now. That will probably help matters. I wonder if there's something I should be using, like if these guys are not necessarily weak to lightning, being dragon-based guardsmen. Or if this is just the level of health I'm now dealing with, which could be the case. And we're back. Can I go this way? Cool with that? Cool, cool. Doesn't seem... Nope, there they go. Darn. So either archway, really, appears to do it. I wish that had hit. Ah, 2 for 1. Come on down to Handy Mart. Get yourselves a player character and a dragon rider on sale. What a shame. What a shame that the sale is going on. There are an awful lot of dragons in the sky, yes. I'm finding myself more concerned by the shadow of passing dragons than I ought to be. All right. Eventually, I'll have actually killed all of these guys. I keep hoping I'll get a backstab in somehow. Some way. Ah, I walked right into it. That is just too much damage for me to withstand. Pretty weak to fire, actually. So close. Okay. So, it seems either way I go, I will anger these guys, so I may as well start picking them off now, and not get trapped in a bad situation. Though I hate to be the first one to make a move here. Let's try this. Oh, I've angered your friend. That's fair. just one of these guys is pretty tricky. Down. I was way too late. Yikes, they got me. So yeah, all kinds of danger up in the Dragon Aerie. It's maybe one of those locations I need to, slowly grind down the total amount of guys, take out the Iron Knights, say, before we'll even be able to get a summon through here alive. So we can always come running back. I am curious if we can get a peek beyond, while I have no humanity to gamble. It seems like there's a locked door over here. I'm wondering if I need one of them to hit it, or if I actually need to kill a specific person. Ah, it's not locked. Good. Never mind. Just need a window of opportunity. Ah. That is devastating to my case, Your Honor. However, that door should now be open. Let's try that one more time. We are losing nothing at this point, what with the ritual of binding, or ring of binding, or whatever it is. Other than my hair, of course. I am losing my hair. But I'd just better get used to that. I thought that would still be open, somehow, some way. Okay. I likely don't want to get trapped back there. Let's just keep running. To at least see as far as I can down here before I die. Oh, nice teamwork. All right. Hello, sir. I'm not sure if they will ever let me get away with this. Yeah? Yeah? You can do it. You can let me get away with this. That's fine with you. You're not looking for any droids whatsoever. In fact, you're gonna go home, you're gonna make yourself a nice cup of Tatooine tea, and you're gonna just stay out of Imperial business from this point forward. As I was saying, hello, sir. Very strange language. Slightly telepathic, perhaps? Tell me about it. Thank you. That is what I needed, yes. Alright, so the last living, everlasting dragon, as far as I'm aware, has given you the Ashen Mist Heart. Let's see. Uh-oh. I've angered them again. There we go. They don't want to mess with me and my buddy. Let's see if we can, check this. I'm assuming it is a key item, perhaps? Yes, delve into the memories of the withered. Withered, meaning perhaps those giant corpses, the ones that appear to have grown into trees of some sort, or perhaps just become one with the ground, which is based off of the old arch trees. I'm thinking at this point it would be wise to use a homeward bone. I was about to run out there, try to run past all of them, but I have these items right here, and why not use them? Homeward bone. I'll take you to the last bonfire without losing your souls. Very, very handy. So I think not only the giant corpses will now be open to us, but also perhaps the corpse of Vendrick. His armor has this withered, ashen mist around it that I think denotes a memory is there to be experienced. So we could go back to Drangleic. In fact, there is another a point of business we need to finish off at Drangleic. Let's run back there now, very briefly. I forgot to do this last time. Fighting the Demon of Song, which was the boss out in the Shrine of Imana. The demon that had taken over the singing duties for Vendrick, it seems, making everything darker and darker, was holding the key to the embedded, which looks like a sword, but I think is an actual key for this tower room here. So let's do something strangely kinky. Once again, elevator music. Is there a suggestion box I could just slip this right into? All right. Let's get kinky. There you go. Enjoy your sweet release there, and we'll just move on without you. And you're free. Ring of the Dead. Interesting. Keep human appearance even when hollow. So that makes me wonder if she was wearing this, if she was actually hollow and not human? That would be very interesting. I don't know what you could use that for, besides aesthetically. Fair enough. Alright. And the singing has begun again. For the first time in here. I don't know what that means. I seem to have released her spirit into the air or something, so I don't know how she is now singing. Alright. I think I'm going to switch back into human form. If it will let me. There we go. Just in case. Let's see if the Queen has anything new to say now that we've fully seen the king. I don't know if she does, or if she is still silent.
Brave undead. What did that dragon
Ah,
tell you?
now that we saw the dragon even.
That thing is a prop. A false deity. Don't be fooled, my
Someone seems a little defensive. Are you holding a secret from us, Queen Nishandra?
You, where those wretched giants slumber.
Racist? Okay,
Seek the seek.
sure. Always interesting to pick up extra bits of dialogue there. So I'm wondering if there's anything else that happens down in the Shrine of Amana now that we released this last Milfinito. We could not have gotten her before we beat the Demon of Song, so I wonder if there's some sort of connection there. I will travel back to the shrine and be right back with you as well. One moment. Alright, pardon me. Back in action. So, I want to run briefly back to the first one. I think she's the only one that didn't shimmer away. I want to see if she might have new dialogue now that I've released, I think, everyone else. She may be the last one standing. But I probably should have picked a nearer bonfire. Let's try this one. Just to save a little slogging through the ankle deep there. Almost went the wrong direction and fell right off the edge. I was like, yeah, this is the way. Ha ha. No. This is the way. It still managed to hit me. Even after all of my careful hiding. So yeah, she is still singing out here. Yikes, okay. There you go. You really tried to become a legend there. And almost succeeded. I'm gonna hope that the majority of these guys stay calm. And just walk on by. Good for you guys. Hey, I got this ring of the dead. Do you want to wear it?
We hear a song in the distance. You rescued a Milfanito. who's taken
I
from
did.
us.
You are correct.
We,
This is a
your
truth
sinister.
fact.
Thank you.
Okay.
You quelled that cursed singing. They may be of no use outside, but please, take these. When we sing, the little ones die. This. When we sing.
And we're back around. Interesting, so I can't seem to save her. Maybe there needs to be a single Milfinito left to sing to the dead in the way that there needs to be a firekeeper. Or something. So maybe she is just now able to do her job without the cursed demon singing, and all of her other trapped sisters have been released. Maybe the idea. But let's check the other end of this as well. Because I kind of thought there was one more that I haven't seen yet. I'm very, very vaguely remembering. I can't recall if it would be a fourth or a fifth at this point. Let's jump a bit of the distance. Let's try this one, in fact. That actually genuinely scared me. Alright. Moving on. It's a good thing I don't have a camera on me, or you would have seen quite a motion there. A widening of the eyes and a jerking back of the neck that is not recommended, even during the roughest of car accidents. So I think there might be something back here, but I don't remember quite how to activate it. Let me see if I can refresh my memory with the help of the old internet here. So sorry, just trying to read through the wiki entry. So it's saying, after freeing the encaged Milfinito in Drangleic Castle, go back to the Shrine of Amata. The Milfinito near the Rise of the Dead bonfire, which is this one, will reward you for freeing her sister. So how do I get in to get such a reward? Apparently I just need to be hollow, is what it's telling me. That's sort of strange, but okay. I think the idea is that there is an altar behind this door that acts as sort of a fail-safe mechanism. It's possible for you to completely run out of human effigies, so you can no longer become a human, and it's possible to no longer be able to be summoned to a boss battle. The other way to get your humanity back is if you help another player defeat an area boss. You will get your humanity back, but it could be that you're stuck in Antarctica with no one to play with, and you have also run out of human effigies. And so behind that door there is an altar called the Altar of Amana, that if you have 0 human effigies in your inventory and are currently hollow, it will restore your humanity for free. It's like a last case, failsafe. So I think I could probably get in there just for story purposes, exploration purposes. Next time I am hollow, I will have to keep that in mind. And there is another reward waiting for us in there as well. That seems to be the idea. But the other thing we got is the Ashen Mist Heart. Let us jump back. I missed it to the forest. Here we go. Past the king's door, to the place unbeknownst. This is the first one I can remember right off the top of my head, where I know there will be a giant. Though we can also go back to Vendrick's chamber and check there. Oh, here we go. So for the first time, now that you've spoken to the dragon at the Dragon Aerie, you have the Ashen Mist Heart. For the first time, you can now see what the giants have been trying to tell you. They have memories and have kept themselves here to show you the past and what happened when Vendrick came across the sea to try to wipe the giants out. They retaliated and came across the sea themselves. And I believe this is in the past during that initial battle, as the giants have just made landfall. Wow, okay. So we have flaming catapult shots coming in from the sea. I will have to dodge. Hey, there's that statue head. You actually walk through that as part of the pursuer battle. So this is the top of the wall where the pursuer battle takes place. I'm just letting the catapult shots take away some of their health there. Alright, wait for the next one. Just in case. Ah, maybe he's trapped back there. That would be just fine with me. So that is the actual, one of the commanders of the giants. Much, much taller than his other friends, and he may look familiar to you, because I do believe he is actually the last giant. One of the first boss battles you actually do, and maybe the first one we did during this stream. I think that's him. He gets hit by a catapult thing at the end of this and falls down below, where I think you find him later, all full of swords. So I always find things like this fascinating, as you're kind of healing the timeline, making sense of it. No time for missing. There's no time for that. Such a shame. There we go. Bit hard to enjoy the battle when all you can see is ankles. But there we have it. Okay, so there is something I definitely need to pick up in here. I forget exactly where it is. It may be that. Let's wait for the fire. Nope. Maybe it's this. Fire seed. Ah. I completely forget. I think there's like a bonfire aesthetic. I may have already gotten it. And I know there's like a time limit. You can only stay in the past so long. And let me take one more look this way just to make sure. Nope. My time limit is over. Well, that's fair. So there's something I may need to come back and do in here later. This bonfire is sort of special in that it only affects this little area behind the door. Most bonfires have kind of a wide area of effect, and if you burn a bonfire ascetic in one of them, all of the enemies in the area will come back. But this area is only the top of the wall and the memory of the giant. So you can actually bring that last giant boss back with a bonfire ascetic without having to worry about any of the other creatures getting higher and higher levels. And since that boss battle is fairly predictable, you know, he's got the little stomps and his swingy sword moves, you can usually tell what he's going to do. It's a good one to kind of grind up a couple of levels, and then you start getting a lot of souls from beating that guy. And you can continue to burn bonfire ascetics here, fight him as many times as you want, etc., etc. So this is like my late game grinding area of choice. But now that we have the Covenant of Giants, or the Giants' Kinship, or whatever that was, let's see what that does. Grants access to the throne room beneath the castle. What does that mean? Huh. I don't know what that has to do with the throne room exactly, but I'm sure we will figure it out. Let's take another peek in here. Question in the chat. How many times have I played through this one? I think it was twice originally. I did like the regular game and then a new game plus in order to get some late game spell that only unlocks on new game plus or something like that. So I think it was twice that I've officially seen all of this before now. Just gonna let those guys take care of themselves for a little while I hide back here. I want to make sure there's not an item on this balcony that I'm missing. I don't think there is. Come on, catapults. Let's do your job here. So as you can see, without burning a bonfire ascetic, the guys come back because the memory refreshes like a bonfire if you sat at it. But the boss does not. That's why this one's sort of interesting in that you used to, at least, be able to come through the memory. You would burn a bonfire ascetic to reset the boss, and a bonfire ascetic is one of the items you pick up on the way here. I just didn't pay close enough attention to see if I actually did get it, or if they may have changed the way it works slightly. I'll have to check that out later. No big deal either way. This would still be a good grinding area, even if it's not replacing your bonfire ascetic every time. But that's what makes it even a step above the normal, is that you're actually not losing one of the items that burns at the bonfire each time. One of these. So I will definitely check that. However, let us travel back to Drangleic Castle, that is. Actually, it's not the castle, is it? It's down below. I always forget that he's buried himself. Not at the castle, but below the Shrine of Amana in the crypts. And this may be the last thing we have time to check out here. I very, very much appreciate your patience in coming with me on this journey, as I struggle to remember things from playthroughs long past. I'm having a ball. I'm sure this guy will try to ring the sorcerer's bell again. There it goes. Classic sorcerer's bell. I'll just slip on past. No big deal. So something to note about giant memories as it relates to King Vendrick. Vendrick, by the way, is passive until you attack him. He's, you know, the classic king who has given up. He wouldn't even care to fight you unless it's absolutely necessary. So the giant souls, one of which we just pulled off of that corpse at the end of the memory back there, are a unique item that actually limits Vendrick's health. He's probably the toughest single boss in the game in terms of just sheer amount of HP, and he takes a long, long time. He's not that dangerous, but he hits very hard, and he takes a long time to whittle down because of his massive store of health. However, if you seek out all of those giant memories, there's maybe 4 or 5 of them, if you seek them out at the end of each one, there is a giant soul. And if you have all 5, I think it limits his total HP by up to like 50%, something like that. So it's definitely worth not fighting Vendrick until after you've gone through all of the giant memories, because at that point he will be at his weakest. It's like you figured him out, basically. The giants told you everything there is to know about him. You know his weaknesses now. In a weird sense. So I'm holding off fighting him until we've had a chance to go through those other giant memories for exactly that reason. But like I said, his armor also has these sparkles of memory. And you can use the Ashen Mist Heart right here for sort of an interesting conversation. The memory of the king. So who knows how long ago this was, if it was, say, right after the battles with the giants, and he is disheartened and giving up, or if it is thousands of years after that point, and something else happened, I'm not sure.
coveter of the throne. I am Vendrick, ruler of Dranglake.
Tell me more.
As flame rises, so does it fade. Such is the way of things. Do you intend to link the fire?
No. Why would I ever do that? Silly goose.
Brings you crowns. Seek adversity, and they will be yours. And your wishes granted.
So this is where a new path of the game starts, and something I am very, very excited about, because I don't think I ever actually got the chance to do this to its fullest extent, and I ended up ending the game in sort of a normal way. There is a way to end the game that I am going for this time, that I think he's the first one to hint at. He mentioned the crowns, something they didn't add until the DLC was available like a year or more later, after this game was released, so I think I'd already finished it kind of the normal way by then, and I didn't have a chance to go back through it until now. But there is sort of a third way to end things. Typically there is you link the fire and continue the cycle, it all starts again, and you become the Lord of Legend, it will become your kingdom. But it's just an illusion. It's this false reality that really should not exist. It's not the way things are. It's not the natural state of things. The natural state of things is the other option, which is to let the fire die. And eventually when the fire dies, disparity will cease to exist. There will no longer be light and dark, heat and cold. We will meld back together into a single thing and experience reality however it should be, naturally, instead of this illusion. However, Vendrick was trying to come up with another plan, involving these crowns. And I think we will learn more as we go along, but that is what I am interested in doing this time through.
And your wishes granted.
I think we must be around to the end. Yes. So, seeing him in the past, in his memory, clues you in. There's Velstadt protecting him still. That's a nice little throwback. Good to see you, Vendrick. I will seek your crowns. Alright. So we will be on the search for more of those giant memories in order to get the souls, in order to lower Vendrick's health next time. And we will also be trying to probably continue on through the dragon area a bit, hopefully clear that out and get some more items there as well. We are definitely on the downward slope of things, probably leading into what could be considered Act 3. However, the DLC stuff may pad that slightly. If we're going for the alternate ending, we have a bit more ground to cover here. So, I will be back nearby Vendrick at the very next opportunity, and thank you again for your patience. I sure appreciate it. Lovely to have you along for the journey here. And ooh, it's just getting good. Oh, it's just barely getting good. Oh, and thank you for the subscription. I'm just now seeing that out of the corner of my eye. What a lovely way to end things. Though I am sorry that you've subscribed and now it's like, haha, I got what I wanted from you. Goodbye. That's not what I intend. Lovely to have you aboard. And hopefully there will be many, many more, slashy journeys very soon. Thank you again for your time. See you next time.